Hello viewer, thank you for joining us on Unity TV for the news update. Today is Friday, the 13th day of October 2023, equivalent to the 28th of Muryar Al'umma 1445 after Hijrah, and these are the headlines. Central Bank lifts Forex ban on 43 items to intervene in Forex market. 93 unexploded bombs recovered in Lagos. A Papa faction alleges discrepancies in Obi's NYSC and varsity certificates. And to come your way in sports, to come your way on the foreign scene, Israel orders 1.1 million Gazans to move south within 24 hours, says United Nations. And in sports, Nigeria draw hosts Cote d'Ivoire for 2023 AFCON. Those were the headlines, and for the details, my name is Shoaibu Doro. The Central Bank of Nigeria, CBN, has lifted the Forex ban on 43 items and also promised to intervene in the Forex market from time to time. The Apex Bank had in 2015 restricted the items from accessing Forex from the I&E window, saying they were not valid for foreign exchange and could be produced in the country. Items affected include rice, cement, palm kernel, meat and processed meat products, poultry, soap and cosmetics, among others. But in a statement, the bank's Director of Corporate Communications, Isa Abdul Mu'min, said the ban has been lifted. The Apex Bank said it would continue to promote orderliness and professional conduct by all Nigerian foreign exchange market participants to ensure market forces determine exchange rates on a willing buyer, willing seller principle. 93 unexploded bombs ordnance have been recovered at the Ikeja Military Cantonment, Lagos, in the ongoing exercise Clean Sweep. The exercise was flagged off on Tuesday, October 10, 2023, to disinfect the epicenter of the 2002 bomb blast at the cantonment. The director at the Directorate of Explosives Search and Disposal, Nigerian Army Engineers, and coordinator of Exercise Clean Sweep, Colonel Abdul Razak Kazim, who made the disclosure at his maiden brief on the update of the exercise yesterday, said the recovered bombs were in various calibers and descriptions. On his part, the safety officer, Lieutenant Colonel Oluseyi Oladapo Bamikole, said necessary measures had been put in place for the safety of personnel as they have made adequate equipment available, including demarcations and trained personnel to identify unexploded ordnance UXO before recovery from the site. The Lamidia Papa-led faction of the Labour Party has alleged some discrepancies in the academic certificates of its presidential candidate, Peter Obi. The claim was made by the spokesperson for the Labour Party faction, Abayomi Arabambi, when he was featured in an interview on AIT News on Thursday. The development is coming in the wake of the controversy that trails President Bola Tinubu's Chicago State University certificate. Obi had on Wednesday dragged Tinubu at a press conference where he challenged the former Lagos governor to reveal his true identity to Nigerians. But Arabambi insisted on the live television program that it would be unfair of the Labour Party candidate to attack Tinubu when he also has discrepancies in academic qualifications. While disclosing that he was among the panel who screened Obi before the party's presidential primary, the factional spokesperson alleged that the name on the academic certificate of Obi bagged from the University of Nigeria in Nsukka contradicts the name on that of his National Youth Service Corps. 4 students of Nasarawa State University who were kidnapped on Monday night have regained their freedom. Muhammad Sakil Muhammad, Secretary General of the Nasarawa State Youth Forum for Advocacy, in a statement made available to newsmen, confirmed the release of the students. According to him, the development follows the payment of undisclosed ransom. The management of Jos Water Services Corporation has debunked rumors making the rounds that the Water Corporation has asked the general public to contribute money for the repairs of the main pipeline conveying water from the reservoir behind NTA Jos to Tudunwada, Joseph Gomwalk Road, Bongom's Palace, Jenta Adamu, Kabong, Rukuba Road, and the adjoining communities. The acting managing director of the corporation, Mrs. Stella T. Buge, made the clarifications on Thursday, 12th October 2023 at the corporation's corporate headquarters in Jos. According to a statement on Thursday by Nangor Ndam, Publicity and Protocol Manager, the managing director said the aforementioned pipeline is intact and in no way in need of any repairs. She added that in the event of damage, any repair of the main distribution water pipelines would be the sole responsibility of the corporation and not the general public. The management of the corporation therefore calls on the general public to disregard the rumor and not pay anyone money for repairs. And the National Hajj Commission of Nigeria, NACON, has approved 4.5 million naira as 2024 Hajj deposit. Disclosing this yesterday, the acting executive secretary, Plateau State Muslim Pilgrims Welfare Board, Hajia Aisha Ibrahim Saleh, directs intending pilgrims from the state to pay the sum of 4.5 million, only pending when the final fares will be announced by the NACON. The acting executive secretary, in a statement by the board's public relations officer, Sanusi S. Namu, said NACON has recently allocated 1,345 Hajj slots to the state and assured that priority will be given to those who could not perform last year's Hajj, while newly intending pilgrims will be on a first-come, first-served basis. She urged intending pilgrims to make their deposit on time to enable the board make remittances to NACON in good time, and stated that this announcement supersedes the earlier one placed 2 weeks ago. A bill seeking to increase the retirement age of members of the armed forces has passed for second reading in the House of Representatives. The consolidated bill, sponsored by Jonathan Gaza, SDP Nasarawa State, and 7 others, was debated on Thursday and passed for a second reading. The bill, among other things, seeks to amend Section 30 of the Armed Forces Act to increase the retirement age of the officers from 60 to 65 years and years in service from 35 to 40 years. If the bill is passed, members of the armed forces would retire at the age of 65 and 40 years in service. The bill was passed for a second reading after it was put to vote by Deputy Speaker Ben Kalu, who presided over the session. 2 women were yesterday reported dead following the collapse of a church building in Ikirun, headquarters of Ife-Lodun local government area of Osun State. This came as a man simply identified as Sheun had been pulled out of the rubble of a collapsed building in the old bank area of Ifo, an Ifo local government area of the state. The deceased in the Osun incident, according to reports, were among the 4 victims trapped under the debris while the building collapsed on Wednesday evening. It was gathered that the building was still under construction with workers on site when it collapsed. The Public Relations Officer, Nigeria Security and Civil Defense Corps, NSCDC, Osun State Command, Kehinde Adeleke, who confirmed the incident, said the building located behind a Weta Community Primary School collapsed around 7 p.m. on Wednesday. And that story takes us to the following scene, where Israel's military informed the United Nations early on Friday that the 1.1 million Palestinians in Gaza should relocate to the enclave's south within the next 24 hours, a UN spokesperson said, in what Palestinians fear could be a precursor to a planned Israeli ground offensive. The Israeli military did not immediately provide comment on the warning, which came as Israel amassed tanks near the Gaza border and pounded the Palestinian enclave with airstrikes following a deadly Hamas militant attack in Israel. United Nations spokesperson Stephanie Dujarric said in a statement that the United Nations considers it impossible for such a movement to take place without devastating humanitarian consequences. Dujarric said the order by the Israeli military also applied to all United Nations staff and those sheltered in United Nations facilities, including schools, health centers, and clinics. We'll now look at sports. Nigeria have been drawn against host Cote d'Ivoire in Group A of the 2023 African Cup of Nations AFCON. The draw was held at the Parc des Expositions in Abidjan, Cote d'Ivoire on Thursday. Other teams in the Super Eagles group for the competition are Guinea-Bissau and Equatorial Guinea. The Super Eagles had lost to Guinea-Bissau in the qualification race for the competition but topped the group standing. They had also faced them in the last edition of the AFCON held in Cameroon last year, with Nigeria defeating them 2-0. Senegal are the defending champions of the competition following their defeat of Egypt in Cameroon, which was their first title since the tournament began. And with that sports story, we wrap up the bulletin on Unity TV. On behalf of the production crew, my name is Shoaib Uduru. Thank you very much for watching.